So something came in the mail today. I'm not talking about that. This is the GC loader for the Nintendo Gamecube. And we're gonna do a quick installation montage before we get right into it. So it looks like the package comes with a GC loader install guide. Let me just get my phone out real quick. Nice. And it looks like the link doesn't work on my phone. Alright. Let me just load up my computer. So this isn't necessarily a build guide. It's more so to show that someone dumb as me can probably figure out how to do this. So... my GCHD is in the way. There you go. Front back panel's off. I've opened it up before to do some pot tweaking. And now I don't need to worry about that because I have the GC loader, so. And before anyone says anything, yes, I do have GameCube games. This should just pop right off. There you go. Oh cool, it even comes with its own screws. Nice. Alright, this is a little bit of a scary part. Ah! Nice. DVD drive is up. So, if I could do it, you could do it too. If you guys need any instructions on how to do this properly, check out the description down below. They could explain things better than I ever could. Alright. The GC loader definitely changes up the way that I did it before, and it's a lot easier now. I could just boot it up and get started, get ready to go. Before I had to use this thing, the SD Media Launcher, and basically what that was is there's a little bit of a disc in here. I pop it into the GameCube, and then it came with one of these, a little memory card with a SD slot on the bottom. Pop that in there, and then I pop that into the cube, just like so. And for whatever reason, I believe it needed to be a 2 GB SD card. And then it's just like, how am I supposed to how am I supposed to run anything, or how am I supposed to put anything in 2 GB? So basically what I need to do is I had this SD card in here just to boot up Swiss, take it out, swap it in with another SD card with all the games on it, and then boot it up and play it from there. So it was a little bit of a hassle. Not just that, but it wasn't really compatible with all the games either, which is a little strange to me. I remember playing Mario Kart one day and I was like, why is this screen all blue? Like, yeah, maybe there were like updates to Swiss that I completely missed out on, but you know, this is still a viable option. It's just that this is a lot better. Especially if you have a disk drive that doesn't necessarily work anymore. So yeah, let's get into loading Swiss onto your SD card. So if you want to download the latest version of Swiss, check out this GitHub website over here. You're just going to scroll on down and you're just going to download the 7Z folder for Swiss. And for the GC Loader Firmware itself, go ahead and check out this GitHub website, which is also going to be in the description down below. Go ahead and click the GC Loader Updater 1.1.0 DOL as of this date. And you should be good to go from there. With your SD cards, you may run into a bit of an issue. The GC loader requires a Fat32 formatted SD card. So if you want to download this software, go ahead and click onto the image. It'll download it for you right down there. I already have it downloaded. Looks like I have it downloaded again. So after you formatted your SD card, you want to go into the folder for Swiss, go under ISO, and whatever region you have for your GameCube or whatever region you want to use. If you're from where I am, go ahead and grab NTSCU, and you want to drag over your GC loader updater as well onto your SD card. So what you'll need to do with the Swiss ISO over here, you're gonna have to rename that to boot and leave that as is. Right? For some people, you may have to write down boot.iso, but I made the issue before where I added the ISO on a file that was already in ISO. So in some cases, you just leave it as boot. Other cases, type in boot.iso. You'll know if it works or if it doesn't. Oh, and depending on how you want to rearrange this, you could drop all your games onto either this, the root of the folder, or drop it into another folder. That's up to you.
And how fitting to have my GameCube right next to my N64.
Anyways, you want to go down to GC Loader Updater, press A, and then you want to go ahead and do that whole process there. Other than that, it should be working as fine as usual. And if you guys want to know or have a little bit more of an in-depth tutorial on how to do this thing, I will provide links down below. Let's boot up some games here. Let's try out some good old Melee. So here's Melee. First thing you'll notice is that the loading speeds are lightning fast. Look at that, that is so quick. Other than that, the game runs perfectly fine, everything is as normal, and it's great. It really is. No lagging, no stuttering issues, just me being really bad at Melee. So we're gonna move on to Super Mario Sunshine. And yes, I do have a GCHD plugged into the back of my GameCube, so it's being output to HD, which is nice. And again, no lag whatsoever, really quick boot up speed, really fast load times. It feels like the definitive way to play your GameCube. And I know this game just came out on the Switch recently under Super Mario 3D All-Stars, but nothing beats the old school controls and playing on old hardware. So look at that. Really fast load times. It's so nice, it's so pleasing to see. And I'm genuinely like really impressed with this thing. Also, you don't have to worry about your poor GameCube making those like whirring disc reading sounds. So it's like, oh, you're working a lot less now. So that's good to see. Final thoughts? It is the definitive way to enjoy your GameCube nowadays. Honestly, like, especially if you have discs that don't work anymore, or even if your disc reader itself is a little bit out of whack and like you don't want to get that replaced, you don't want to replace the little laser thing. This is a great alternative, and not just that, it's probably the best way of playing your games on the GameCube. Right now, the only main problem really is that you can't quite save your settings on your on the SD card built into the GC loader itself. You gotta get yourself one of these. Luckily, I had one of these already because of where did my disc go? Yeah, I'm gonna have to plug this thing back in, but it's not really that necessary unless you want to save your settings in Swiss. Other than that, you guys take care. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, drop that down below. Maybe hit me with a subscribe if you'd like to. If not, that's okay, don't worry about it. You guys take care, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. And who knows, maybe I'll do more of these reviews, so stay tuned.